Robb Stark and Jon Snow's story is one of those bonds in Game of Thrones that doesn't scream for attention, yet it quietly shapes the emotional core of both characters. They grew up in Winterfell like true brothers, racing through its stone halls, sparring with wooden swords in the yard, and plotting the kind of reckless adventures only children dream about. On paper, they were different. Robb, the firstborn son of Lord Eddard Stark, heir to Winterfell and the North. Jon, the quiet, brooding boy who was always introduced as the bastard. But to them, those titles didn't matter. They laughed together, fought together, and defended each other without hesitation. Robb was the confident one, the golden boy of the North who carried himself like a leader, even as a teenager. Jon was more reserved, carrying the weight of his outsider status in silence. Yet in moments that mattered, they were equals, brothers not by blood, but by choice. The world around them kept reminding Jon he didn't truly belong, but Robb never treated him as less. He never needed to say, "You are my brother," because he showed it in every small act, whether it was a nod of approval after training or simply standing beside him at the feast table. Their last moments together are almost unbearably bittersweet. Jon was leaving for the Wall to join the Night's Watch, and Robb, with a half-smile, teased, "The next time I see you, you'll be all in black." It was meant to be a light-hearted jab, but those words became their final exchange. Neither of them knew there would be no next time. And in the books, that bond runs even deeper, so deep that Robb, in the chaos of war, took the extraordinary step of legitimizing Jon and naming him heir to Winterfell. Think about that. Out of everyone in the North, Robb chose the so-called bastard over powerful lords and noble cousins. That wasn't just politics, that was trust, love, and an unshakable belief in who Jon truly was. But fate was cruel to both of them. Robb was thrust into leadership too young, trying to honor his father's memory while holding a kingdom together. Jon, too, bore the crushing weight of command at the Wall, torn between duty and compassion. And in a bitter twist, both met their end not at the hands of their enemies in open battle, but through betrayal by those they trusted most. When news of the Red Wedding reached Jon, it was more than just a tragedy. It was the destruction of the last piece of home he had left. Robb wasn't just his brother. He was the one person who never saw him as a mistake, never reduced him to the word bastard. And that loss carved a wound in Jon's heart that never truly closed. Even as Lord Commander, even after battles and victories, you can feel that absence in him, a quiet shadow where Robb's laughter used to be. Their story is not just about brotherhood. It's about how, in the brutal world of Westeros, love can be as fleeting as summer snow, and the people who make you feel whole can vanish in an instant. And maybe that's why fans still feel that ache, because we didn't just lose Robb Stark in the Red Wedding, we lost half of Jon Snow's soul. If you like this video, do like, share, and subscribe to the channel ZNF TV.